statements can be made in this one, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Etienne. That gamble did not pay off.
Yeah, I'm like 2 minutes. Yeah. Oh, my bad. New Orleans. Oh, yeah, what part? Oh, all right, yeah. Yeah, that's where you from? All right. Yeah, dog. Oh, shit. I'm ready.
Down at the 12-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you
Archer Manning
just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David.
Yeah, he should be straight.
Push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that.
And it looks as
Yeah,
if
he should. Archer should be straight.
To have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down.
Georgia just beat them boys on some straight, more physical shit.
Looking for a gap. It's Etienne.
No, I think a big
Georgia
was just
more physical than them boys.
You're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field. It's back.
Yeah.
Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And the QB just makes
I do not play with that white boy. See,
surveys
I take him out
makes
the
the
game.
correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way.
16.
That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Look at right on the left side, safe to the white boy.
Little touch pass to the
That
receiver.
nigga always get beat, bro.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Fast motion from the offense. He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's reeled in. It's dealt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Caught behind the line. It's Evans. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Looking downfield, it's back. And he's got it! Touchdown, Georgia!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the right. He's got it.
That's my fault.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Throws toward the end zone. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply weren't out.
They'll throw it on first down. Dances away. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with high discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Got it in the middle. It's dealt. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's back. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum. All kinds of running room. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
His defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had him.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is...
He lost one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, they hoped up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's not afraid to go deep. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on 1st down. He'll take a deep shot here. And the ball is intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. And the stomping has commenced. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pressure coming. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Bringing it back. He's out of bounds.